Uy, buenas, 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 soy Sigiloco Games, estamos aquí de nuevo en el Age Inquisition. Justamente le dejamos aquí en las... ¿cómo se llama esta parte? En el templo de metal, donde tenemos que abrir una puerta, haciendo los pozos que hay por aquí, que tenemos aquí que hacer varios para abrir una puerta de la manera normal y no de la manera fácil. Y con eso tendremos un poco más de cosillas por ahí y por allá. Bueno, vamos a hacer esto. La cuestión es que cada una de estas se vuelve cada vez más difícil y tenemos que ver cuál sería la solución para cada una de ellas. Entonces vamos a ver, aquí tenemos okay. Mosaico de junio. Muy bien. Aquí tenemos la otra. Como pueden ver, estas son para caminar sobre ellas. Entonces, como se van prendiendo, digamos que tenemos que ir así, así. ¿Sí ven? Y obviamente tenemos que hacer lo mismo, pero por acá. Vamos así. Vamos por acá. Uy, ¿qué me faltó? ¿Cuál me faltó? A ver, otro. No. A ver qué pasa por aquí. Ah, es que son dos. ¿Y por qué no puedo subir aquí? A ver. Aquí estamos bien. El problema es que... A ver. No. No. Pero vamos así. No. No, es que así no es. A ver. A ver. Vamos a hacerlo bien. Ahí. Y le hice mal porque debía haber empezado por acá. Pero vamos a hacer una cosa. Sí. Debía haber empezado por acá. Aunque bueno. Hacemos así. Eso. Ay, a ver. Aquí vamos a ver. Chanfle. A ver. Vamos a hacerlo de nuevo. Muy bien. Vamos por acá. Bien. Por acá debería empezar aquí. Sí. Muy bien. De ahí seguiría. Vamos a ver así. Déjalas bien. Vamos por acá así. Así. Muy bien.
Something. Indeed. Time to proceed to the next ritual, I should think.
Muy bien. Ya, tenemos esta abierta. Ahí podemos subir. Creo que sí, ¿no? Vamos a ver. Ah, no. No. Aquí no creo que vamos a poder entrar. Ah, no, sí. Sí, aquí. Y no se quiere esto. Muy bien. Nos vemos. Parte exterior, aquí no hay nada. Aquí recogemos esto. Vamos por aquí. No veo nada. Muy bien, vámonos de aquí. Vamos a bajar por aquí. Sí. A ver, ¿a dónde más tenemos que ir? Este ya había recogido, sí. Aquí ya había leído esto. Entonces, ¿qué hay aquí? Aquí no hay nada. Acá tampoco no hay nada. Vamos de aquí por acá. Por ahí estamos. ¿Este quién es? Mosaico de Android.
What's this? I believe we are in the presence of the elven goddess Ondrul, Lady of the Hunt.
Or a goddess of sacrifice, according to some.
Truly? I wonder if that is why Ondrul's patron animal is the hare. 'Tis said the Dalish invoke her before a chase, especially if they happen to be stalking humans.
No, la verdad.
My clan avoided human settlements. Never mind raiding them.
A sound tactic, if one has room to maneuver out of harm's way. Other Dalish clans do not keep so scrupulously hidden.
Vamos a quitar esto. Aquí no hay nada más. A ver, acá llego. Aquí hay... Aquí no hay nada, muy bien. Aquí hay un mosaico, pero no creo que es de nada. Bueno, aquí tenemos el otro. Me parece que en la zona de acá abajo tenemos el otro. Exactamente. Pero este ya tiene trampa. Estos de aquí ya tienen una pequeña trampa, muchachos. Vamos a ver. Vamos a votar aquí. Si me de acuerdo, podríamos hacer esto, sí, todo bien. Aquí podríamos... Vamos a dar así. Muy bien. El problema de aquí era que había que... a ver. Ah, no. Y se apaga la cosa. No, me equivoqué. A ver, vamos a ver. A ver. Vamos a hacer así. Ah, y aquí se cierra esto. Interesante. Aquí hay que hacerlo rápido. Así. Muy bien. Ahí sí. El problema es ahora aquí. A ver. A ver si inicio desde aquí, ponerme así. Sí, podría ser así. A ver, tendría que irme así. Muy bien. No. No, 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 no. A ver. Demonios. Casi lo logro. A ver. Vamos a hacer lo siguiente. Bueno, aquí es la misma. Porque se cerró. Muy bien. No, ya hice mal. Bueno, no pasa nada. Aquí podemos empezar aquí. No, ya hice mal. Demonios, a ver. No, ya hice mal. Lo que pasa es que acá... Claro, tendría que también haber cogido esta. Y ahí sí ya tendría todo. Maldición. Pero aquí cuidado. Aquí hay que tener cuidado. Muy bien. Ahora aquí podemos encender esta. Damos así. No. Hasta aquí. Hasta aquí. A ver, vamos a encender este aquí. No. Demonios. Ahora vamos a hacer lo siguiente. Vamos a ir. Vamos a ir así. Estas son fáciles. Aquí debemos pensar ya. Vamos a ir por acá. Ay, maldición, pero me toca hacer aquí también. A ver, el problema está aquí. Aquí está el problema. Entonces, vamos a hacer esto. Creo que la tengo. No, creo que la tenía. El problema es que si voy aquí... A ver, ¿puedo ir? No. Y acá no puedo... Ah, maldición, no puedo regresar así. Pero aquí prendo esta. No puedo regresar acá. No. Me faltaría solo esto. Este de aquí me faltaría. Chafle. Chafle. A ver. Ya, ahí sí creo que la tengo. Ahí fue.
The ritual is complete. We are close. There is but one more path to follow.
Muy bien. El otro está ahí abajo. Vamos a ver. Aquí hay algo. Fuimos seco, pero no me enseñará nada. Y ese sería ya el último. Sí. Este también creo que tiene trampica. A ver. Está fácil.
There. Everything is lit.
So, what now?
Come. Let us see if the doors have opened.
Muy bien. Ahí fue.
Tis not what I expected. What was this chamber used for?
We're being watched.
Venavis. You are unlike the other invaders. You have the features of those who call themselves Elven. You bear the mark of magic, which is familiar. How has this come to pass? What is your connection to those who first disturbed our slumber?
I don't understand the slumber bit. Who are you?
I am called Abelas. We are sentinels, tasked with standing against those who trespass on sacred ground. We wake only to fight, to preserve this place. Our numbers diminish with each invasion. I know what you seek. Like all who have come before you, you wish to drink from the Vira Belasan.
The place of the Way of Sorrows. He speaks of the well.
It is not for you. It is not for any of you.
A ver, investigar.
So, you're elves from ancient times, before the Tevinter Imperium destroyed Arlathan.
The Shemlin did not destroy Arlathan. We Elven warred upon ourselves. By the time the doors to this sanctuary closed, our time was over. We awaken only when called, and each time find the world more foreign than before. It is meaningless. We endure. The Vira Balasan must be preserved.
A ver.
What is this Vira Balasan exactly?
It is a path, one walked only by those who toiled in Mithal's favor.
He speaks of priests, perhaps.
More than that, you need not know.
A ver, aquí tenemos especial.
Our people have lost everything. They need you. They could learn from you.
Our people? The ones we see in the forest, shadows wearing Valisleen. You are not my people. And you have invaded our sanctum as readily as the Shemlin.
We knew this place was sacred. We've respected it as best we could.
I believe you. Trespassers you are, but you have followed rites of petition. You have shown respect to Mithal. If these others are enemies of yours, we will aid you in destroying them. When this is done, you shall be permitted to depart. And never return.
This is our goal, is it not? There is no reason to fight these sentinels.
Consider carefully. You must stop Corypheus, yes, but you may also need the well for your own.
A ver. Nos hablaremos.
I accept your offer.
You will be guided to those you seek. As for the Vira Balasan, it shall not be despoiled. Even if I must destroy it myself.
No!
Morgan!
Muy bien. Ya se nos ha ido la pequeña Morgan. Siempre con sus tramas. Completa rituales para abrir esta puerta. ¿Qué diablos? Pues si complete todos. A ver, ¿qué quieren rituales o qué? Bueno, aquí estos son ya otros aliados.
They left someone behind. A handy guide, maybe?
Mytholanast. That's helpful, since Morrigan chased off on her own.
She seeks to protect the Well of Sorrows.
Muy bien. Bueno, aquí no hay nada. No, no veo nada. Aquí hay una puerta. Ay, aquí hay enemigos, qué bien. Ok, ¿qué hay por aquí? Yo creo que este buen sujeto nos muestra el camino por donde están los...
This place looks untouched.
The entire temple must have looked like this long ago. How could the elves pour such devotion into this nonsense?
We can always ask our hosts.
I will leave that to you.
Ejercicio de metal. Ok. Mosaico de metal. Bueno, aquí no podemos hacer nada. Aquí hay algo. Misión de Ergaran. Un saco de Dirthamin.
Henshra, Gilas Velathan.
I believe she would prefer that we remain close.
Just a quick look around.
Aquí tenemos esto. Escrito élfico elegible. Ilegible, perdón. Ya. Y creo que tenemos todo. Aquí está escrito. Muy bien. ¿Y esta zona qué es? Aquí estábamos antes. Ya, ok. Retírense, muchachos. Aquí tengo más. Mosaico de Silas. Aquí no hay nada. Aquí hay algo. Y acá que hay, ok. Acá hay enemigos. Sí.
Sumir.
Muy bien. A ver. Vamos por acá. ¿Qué cosa nos va a llevar al mismo sitio, verdad? Estoy más que seguro. Exactamente. Subir de cartel, aquí no hay nada. Aquí no hay nada, aquí no hay nada. Bien. Aquí estamos peleando.
Sentinels are holding off the Red Templars.
Glad we're not between them.
Uy. Aquí hay más enemigos. Muy bien. Aquí ni cómo pasar. Supongo que por esta puerta es la misión, ¿verdad? ¿O sí? Y por acá, ¿qué? Bien. Vamos por acá.
The Well of Sorrows.
So Metal endures.
Andraste, guide us.
Fight on! An army of these bastards won't stop us! How will you get to the well, General? Tell... You tough bastards. A day's march, hours of fighting, and still fierce as dragons. The Chantry never knew what it was throwing away. Samson, sir, watch out! Inquisitor. You and those elf things don't know when to stop. You've hunted us half across Thedas. I should have guessed you'd follow us into this hole.
Se acabó, Samson, ríndete.
Your reserves are gone. So is Delirium. Isn't it time to stand down?
To enjoy the mercy you showed our brothers and sisters? No thanks. Corypheus chose me twice. First as his general, now as the vessel for the Well of Sorrows. You know what's inside the well? Wisdom. The kind of wisdom that can scour a world. I give it to Corypheus, and he can walk into the Fade without your precious anchor.
What's your part in it? What's a vessel?
What else empties a well? I'll carry its power to Corypheus. One more task entrusted to me. Being force-fed Chantry lyrium was good for something. This armor makes me a living fortress, mind and body. I won't forget a word of the well's knowledge. Corypheus will be unstoppable.
Once Corypheus is that powerful, you and your soldiers will just slow him down.
You dare say that to my face? After you butchered my men? You're no match for Corypheus. Even if you drink from the well, you'll never master its wisdom as he could. This is the strength the Chantry tried to bind. But it's a new world now, with a new god. So, Inquisitor, how will this go?
Muchacho.
Power's all well and good, until it's taken away.
What did you do? What did you do? The armor is gone. Delirium! I need it! Kill them all!
Bien, muchachos, empezó la batalla. Atención. Sácale. Vamos a morir, muchacho. Cassandra. A ver, por el muchacho.
You think you'll win? Ha! Come on then!
to save you now!
¿Qué carajos no muere?
You'll pay for that!
Ya está.
Not well, you wretch. You can't take it from Corypheus. You mustn't.
He's still breathing.
We can take him back to Skyhold for treatment.
You heard his parting words, Inquisitor. The elf seeks to destroy the Well of Sorrows.
So the sanctum is despoiled at last.
You would have destroyed the well yourself, given a chance.
To keep it from your grasping fingers. Better it be lost than bestowed upon the undeserving.
Fool. You'd let your people's legacy rot in the shadows.
Necesitamos ese pozo.
Samson thought the world's knowledge was valuable. It could help stop Corypheus.
I care nothing for your petty conflicts, Shemlin.
You'll care when Corypheus arrives for the well.
The well clearly offers power, Inquisitor. If that power can be turned against Corypheus, can you afford not to use it?
Do you even know what you ask? As each servant of Mythal reached the end of their years, they would pass their knowledge on through this. All that we were, all that we knew, it would be lost forever.
Ya está perdido.
Look around you. Everything your people were. It's already gone.
It is.
There are other places, friend, other duties. Your people yet linger.
Elven such as you?
Yes, such as I.
You have shown respect to Mythal, and there is a righteousness in you I cannot deny. Is that your desire? To partake of the Vira Belasan as best you can? To fight your enemy?
Si me lo permites.
Not without your permission.
One does not obtain permission. One obtains the right. The Vira Belasan may be too much for a mortal to comprehend. Brave it if you must. But know you this. You shall be bound forever to the will of Mythal.
Bound to a goddess who no longer exists, if she ever did.
Bound as we are bound. The choice is yours.
Okay.
Is it possible this Mythal might still exist?
Anything is possible.
Elven legend states that Mythal was tricked by Fen-Harel and banished to the Beyond.
Elven legend is wrong. The Dread Wolf had nothing to do with her murder.
Murder? I said nothing of...
She was slain, if a god truly can be. Betrayed by those who destroyed this temple. Yet the Virabella San remains. As do we. That is something.
No, te vas a ir.
Are you leaving the temple?
Our duty ends. Why remain?
There is a place for you, Lethalie, if you seek it.
Perhaps there are places the Shemlin have not touched. It may be that only Uthenera awaits us. The blissful sleep of eternity, never to awaken, if fate is kind.
Frente a Corypheus.
You could come with us. Fight Corypheus. He killed your people.
We killed ourselves. Long ago.
Malas amali nahalam abalas.
Muy bien.
His name, Abalas, means sorrow. I said, I hope he finds a new name.
You'll note the intact Illuvian. I was correct on that count, at least.
Is it still a threat? Can Corypheus use it to travel the Fade?
You recall when I took you through my Illuvian, I said each required a key? The well is the key. Take its power, and Mathal's last Illuvian will be no more use to Corypheus than glass. I did not expect the well to feel so hungry.
Eso no es bueno.
Seems like that should be a concern.
Knowledge begets a hunger for more. I am willing to pay the price the well demands. I am also the best suited to use its knowledge in your service.
Or more likely to your own ends.
What would you know of my ends, elf?
You are a glutton drooling at the sight of a feast. You cannot be trusted.
Of those present, I alone have the training to make use of this. Let me drink, Inquisitor.
A ver.
You alone? This is my heritage.
I have studied the oldest lore. I have delved into mysteries of which you could only dream. Can you honestly tell me there is anyone better suited?
A ver, pregúntame solas.
What about you, Solus?
No. Do not ask me again.
Entonces lo haré yo.
I would be. You lead the Inquisition. This is not a risk you can take. I have the best chance of making use of the well for everyone. Let me drink.
Bueno, aquí hay una parte de la misión. Aquí podemos dejar que Morrigan beba el pozo de las penas, o podemos nosotros. Pero bueno, aquí hay una cuestión en el juego.
You're not concerned about the price. Bound forever to the will of Mithal.
Bound to the will of a dead god? It seems an empty warning. Perhaps a compulsion yet remains. Who can say otherwise? I do not fear it, even so.
Are you sure you want this, Morrigan? We don't know what will happen.
We do not, and yet it must be done. I am ready.
Ahora aquí, obviamente aquí ya tenemos que elegir.
Looking at it, listening to it. That's not just knowledge from the ancient elven priests. It's their will.
How would you know such a thing?
That's what Abalas was telling us. The collective will of the priests puts anyone who drinks under a compulsion, a gas. Can't you feel it?
That would match the legends, but it does not tell us what the gas entails. I would still use the well, but you are right. We must be cautious.
¿Qué opinas, Ludos?
Thoughts?
She is right about only one thing. We should take the power which lies in that well.
If it is truly between you and her, then let her take the risk. Make her help us all.
You're asking me? This is a lot of weird... I barely understand how any of this works.
Enough deliberation. Give me your decision.
Vamos a dejar que Morrigan utilice el pozo.
It's yours. Morrigan! Are you alright?
Elasin Salah. Isan Allah. I am intact. There is much to sift through. But now we can...
Muy bien. Ya tenemos al buen Decorations.
The Illuvian!
Through the mirror!
It is done.
I'm pleased to report we won the battle, Inquisitor. When you went through that mirror, Corypheus and his archdemon fled the field. I'm not sure why.
What he wanted was no longer within the temple.
Perhaps. He spent so long trying to get into the temple, he probably couldn't have helped his forces by that point.
Then Corypheus is finished.
If he is wise, he will hide and rebuild his strength before he attacks again.
He will not hide.
Parece seguro.
You sound pretty certain when you say that.
The Well of Sorrows held many voices, and they speak to me now from across the ages. They hold wisdom, secrets I never dreamed possible. But even they fear what Corypheus has become.
Should we fear him more than his army?
Possibly. Luckily for you, he has a weakness. The dragon he calls is not truly an archdemon. It is a dragon in which Corypheus has infested part of his being. He doubtless did so out of pride to emulate the gods of old. That pride can be exploited. Kill the dragon, and his ability to leap into other bodies is disrupted. He can be slain.
Just kill his dragon. Why didn't we think of that before?
There is a way to defeat the dragon, to match Corypheus in his power. The well whispers it to me now. Your help will be required, Inquisitor. Speak to me when you are ready, and we shall begin.
Muy bien, Morrigan.
I'll see to Skyhold's defenses in the meantime.
A ver. Tenemos aquí. Vamos a reunir el consejo. A ver, aquí tenemos Inquisición. Vamos a poner un poco más de quizás historia imperial, muy bien. Tenemos aquí un poco de dinerillo.
We'll be spread thin until the rest of our forces
Un poco de
return
dinero
from the
más por
Outer
acá.
Wilds.
Of course.
Y acá. Va, venga, va. Aquí en Ferden creo que no hay nada más. Todo está por acá. El problema es que tenemos investigar el pozo de las penas.
We'll be ready to make our move soon, I think.
Jugar a Samsung. Ahora aquí.
To work?
Voy a ir a Cassandra.
At your
Oui.
service.
A ver, a ver, a ver. Vamos a ver esto.
Let us
Muy
begin.
bien. Y... ¿qué dice? Conceder a la ley.
Let's see what we have.
Muy bien. Vamos. Vamos bien de inventario.
It comes swiftly, this moment that would be spoken of for ages. The day the Herald of Andraste challenged the Darkspawn that thought itself a god. Defeat him, and you'll be more than a holy woman to the people. You'll enter legend.
No conseguí esta sola.
I couldn't have come this far without the Inquisition at my back.
And there is the modesty people respect. People joined the Inquisition after hearing you were blessed, but they've stayed because of how you lead. I wanted to tell you that I shared their sentiments, Inquisitor, and... well, I suppose I just did.
You've always been there for us, Josephine. And for me.
It means much to hear you say that. Farewell, my lady. When you face Corypheus, may you walk in the light.
Muy bien.
Yes?
Let's speak later.
Another time.
So, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around this. We went to an elven rune, so a witch could consume a pool of magical goo and then walk through a mirror, and wound up back here. Have I mentioned that the shit that happens to you is crazy? I don't want to think about this anymore. You want to discuss something normal?
Muy bien.
Carry on.
¿Y dónde solas? Ay.
The Temple of Mythal was extraordinary. In all my journeys, I never dreamed of finding anything like it. What will you do with the power of the well once Corypheus is dead?
I won't know the answer until Corypheus is defeated.
Yet they are already asking you to answer. Restore the Chantry? Destroy the Chantry? If you do nothing, someone else will answer in your stead. Whatever you do, choose wisely. Forgive my melancholy. Corypheus has cost us much. The Temple of Mythal did not deserve such a fate. The orb he carries, and its stolen power, that at least we may still recover. With luck, some of the past may yet survive.
You planning to leave before we take down the bad guy?
No, but there may not be a later. It seemed wise to say my goodbyes now. Lethalan.
Muy bien.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Lethalan. Vamos a ver que con Colin.
Though all before me is shadow, yet shall the Maker be my guide. I shall not be left to wander the drifting roads of the beyond. For there is no darkness in the Maker's light, and nothing that he has wrought shall be lost.
A prayer for you?
For those we have lost, and those I am afraid to lose.
I'm glad you haven't lost your faith.
I've questioned it at times. I found comfort in faith when life offered little. Corypheus will retaliate. It's only a matter of time. We must draw strength wherever we can.
From moments like this, perhaps.
There are fewer of those lately.
There's time now.
Muy bien. Bueno, aquí está Morgan. Aquí está la buena muchacha. Pero antes de hablar con ella vamos a visitar al resto de nuestros queridos amigos. Bueno, ahora ya hablamos con Varric. Vamos a ver qué nos cuenta Dorian, Vivien y Leliana.
What happened at the Elven Temple? It's got me thinking. I should go back, shouldn't I? To Tevinter. Once this is done, if we're still alive. All my talk of how terribly wrong things are back home. But what do I do about it? Nothing.
¿Y eso qué viene?
How does this relate to the Elven Temple?
You encountered ancient elves. A piece of history. Something the Imperium didn't destroy. Maybe my people can atone for what we've done. There is something still left to restore. Maybe not all of us want to, but that could be altered. If you can change minds, so can I.
Muy bien.
Someone with your impeccable taste could transform Tevinter.
I hope you're right. You usually are. It might surprise you to know that you're the one who inspired me. You're shaping the world, for good or ill. How could I aspire to do any less? If it means proving that Tevinter can be better, that there's hope even for my homeland, I would do anything.
Muy bien. Está decidido aquí, Dorian. ¿Algo más?
Questions.
Bueno,
I should go.
As you wish.
vamos a hablar con Vivian. A ver, esperamos aquí algo. Sí, pues sí.
I expected ruins.
They were. As you see, the Inquisition has not been idle.
Would it be possible to meet the Herald before we return to Ghislaine?
My dear Laurent, for you, anything. Allow me to present Inquisitor Llewellyn.
Your worship, you do us great honor.
Inquisitor, this is my dear Bastien's sister, Grand Cleric Marceline, and his son, Duke Laurent of the Council of Heralds.
Madame de Fer has told us what great trials you faced, trying to save my poor brother's life.
The Maker called my father to his side. It was valiant of you to champion him in his final hours.
If only I'd been able to save Bastien.
The Circle of Magi told Bastien many years ago that his illness was incurable. It was simply his time.
Would you mind waiting for me in the chapel, my dears? The Inquisitor and I have business to discuss.
It has been our very great pleasure, Herald.
So you've met the family now, and made a good impression in spite of yourself. Well done.
¿De qué va todo esto?
I don't understand. What just happened here?
A victory. My victory. Properly worded, the righteous cause of the Inquisition can be used to great effect with my Bastien's deeply pious relations. With Bastien's loss, I have connections to the Council of Heralds and the highest levels of the Chantry. All thanks to you.
Entonces sí.
Well, at least everything's worked out for you in the end.
So it has. And well arranged, if I do say so myself. Well, I can't keep Marceline and Laurent waiting. Thank you so much for your cooperation, Inquisitor. I could never have done this without your help.
Y bien, aquí ya tenemos la última pieza de los mosaicos, como pueden ver.
Stone mat, Inquisitor.
A ver.
Do you have insight into the stories these tiles are supposed to depict?
Here you go, Inquisitor. I wrote up some thoughts. Hope it adds to the effort.
Bien, tenemos ya historia de Mason, invasión. Ahora vamos para acá. A ver, con mi viña está. Hemos hablado.
Yes?
No lo envío.
I'd like to know more about you, Madame Vivienne.
Whatever would you like to know?
A ver.
Why don't you tell me more about your duke?
Bastien was the leader of the Council of Heralds. The only person who could bring that rabble into line. He could charm a bird out of its feathers, and frequently did. I remember once, he broke up a fight between Prosper de Montfort and the Dowager with a joke and a glass of wine. Oh, Bastien. I'm sorry, my dear. I don't think I can discuss this.
Muy bien. Vámonos. Vamos a hablar con Liliana.
I was pondering who might be divine, and it suddenly occurred to me. Is it so ridiculous for the Grand Clerics to support me? Why shouldn't they?
If you were divine, what would you do?
Change things. Change everything. Your support of the Mage Rebellion was a good start. We must build on this. No more circles. The mages will be free. The Chantry will accept them as the Maker's children. In fact, it will accept everyone. Elves, dwarves, even Canary. Why exclude them? The Chantry allows our differences to tear us apart, instead of teaching us how we are the same.
Bueno, aquí podemos apoyarlo o no podemos.
I think you would make a good divine.
I am glad to hear it. Your support may persuade the Grand Clerics to vote in my favor. The Chantry was a beacon of hope to me once, you know. In my years at Lotharing's Chantry, we turned no one away from our doors. It was a refuge, a place of peace. I felt the Maker's presence and his love, even when they told me he'd left us. This is the Chantry I know. The Chantry I wish the world to see.
The Chantry you describe is vastly different from the one I know.
But it could be this way, could it not? The Chantry dictated where it should have inspired. It spoke of judgment instead of acceptance. It should encourage the good in everyone, rather than rebuke us for our sins. No one should be turned away from our doors. No one is without worth. Whoever you are, whatever your mistakes, you are loved. Unconditionally. In your heart shall burn an unquenchable flame.
Muy bien.
So if we kill Corypheus, he has the power to move from one tainted creature into another? What we will learn next? That he can command the sun to rise or the seas to burn?
No matter how powerful he is, there's a way to defeat him, and we'll find it.
I hope you're right. I have researchers scouring the Temple of Mythol as we speak. I hope that their search turns up something we can use. Ancient magic, perhaps. Something even Corypheus missed. Anything to give us an edge.
Muy bien.
I'll leave you to your work.
Vamos ahí. A ver, ahora nos falta el Tomb Raider y este. Aquí nos partimos un poco las piernas. Típico de nosotros.
The war in Olay has claimed too many lives. I pray that it's over for good.
Muy bien. Vámonos.
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
Nos falta hablar con Cassandra, con Toro, con Cole y con Sarah. A ver, Cassandra.
Victory in the Arbor Wilds. The archdemon might have been a real threat to our army, but it flew off once we turned the tide. It is still out there, however. I wonder what Corypheus plans now.
We'll deal with whatever he throws at us.
Do not underestimate Corypheus. He is powerful, and you have yet to fight him one-on-one. But he will come. You will get your chance.
It wouldn't be any fun if all this was over so soon.
Corypheus believed himself a god. Pride alone demands he not slink off into the shadows. I have faith you will be victorious even so. Not long ago, this was impossible to imagine. You, a valued friend, victory close at hand. The time has come to consider what will come next.
Serás la de mí.
You'll be the next divine, I assume.
That has not happened yet.
But it may.
If the Maker wills it, then yes, I will answer his call. Blessed are they who stand before the corrupt and the wicked, and do not falter. You have come far, my friend. It has been an honor.
Muy bien, ¿dónde estamos? Sí, nos dejan pero al otro extremo de todas las cosas. Ahí. Mira tú, Ferben, está ahí. Vamos a ver si nos cuenta algo más Cassandra.
Your chant doesn't cover such things. It's all right to admit that.
I trust all is well.
So, you're a candidate for divine now?
So I am informed.
Is that something you actually want?
Why should what I want matter?
The idea of power doesn't appeal to you.
Ah, yes. To be embroiled in politics and have every cleric jealous of me for the rest of my life. It is very simple. The Chantry needs to survive. To do that, it must change. I have never believed in asking another to do what you are unwilling to do yourself. So I look upon this as an opportunity. I owe it to myself and all of Thedas to seek the Sunburst throne.
I think you'd make an excellent choice.
Thank you. Let's hope the Chantry clerics agree.
Okay.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
En realidad las dos opciones son buenas. Cassandra lo tiene. No hay mala decisión ahí. Las dos quieren cambiar, una quiere cambiar más, otra quiere cambiar poco. A lo razonable, como decía. Sigamos por acá.
So to kill Corypheus, all we have to do is kill his dragon first? That's easy. We're good at killing shit. Just one more big fight to put this Magister asshole down for good. I knew you'd get us here, boss.
It's been an honor, Bill.
Oh, don't get like that. This isn't goodbye. We're kicking this guy's ass.
Muy bien. Ahora vamos a hablar con Sarah. ¿Cuántas? Concha, vamos acá.
Inquisitor. Had you seen otherwise?
A ver.
I'm sorry. Oh wait, no I'm not. It's just the funniest, isn't it? That creaky old Abelas in Mythal saying the elves weren't destroyed by Tevinter.
Confesión dolorosa.
An admission that did not come easy.
Of course it didn't. Because that's elfy elves thing. Being the sore losers of history. And never hear the end of it. We're not proper if we aren't sad about the grand history stolen from us. Turns out we're no better than anyone else. Plus, a big old temple full of demon-worshipping lies. Grand, that.
You seem pretty certain. You don't believe anything from Mythal.
Of course not. What, I should believe all that stuff? Because elves? I mean, it was impressive and all. Makes the Dalish look like tits for living in the woods, but so what? There can't be a bunch of gods, and the Maker. Don't matter how much or little you believe, those don't fit. So call me stupid, but I believe the stuff not made up by dead people who failed. Mythal is a ruin full of demons. I mean, it just makes sense, right?
There's so much history there. What if some of it is true?
Frig, you're going elfy.
What?
It's when fairy stories make your ears droop for lost glory. But glory squats in the woods and smells like halla arse. Oh, I knew it was coming. Knew I shouldn't start to like you. I said it right. This doesn't fit. It can't fit. I'm not elfy. So say you're kidding and we can go back to our weird enough normal. Please, Shiny.
¿Por qué te importa tanto?
You'd really end our relationship over what I think of some ruins.
Maybe I don't believe much or understand it, but some people think too much and can bend anything to fit anything. Some things just don't fit. Yes, you can explain it, and no, I won't get it. But I don't care. Some things don't fit. So take it back. Just say you'd rather look ahead. That's all.
Bueno.
You're right. A temple full of nonsense. You and I, we don't need it.
Friggin' right we don't. Confusing bunch of... You know what we need? How about we go someplace alive and live? Can't find that in a hole in the ground.
Hacer no le gusta hacer nada élfica. A pesar de ser un elfo. A ver, especial. Que están retornando. Ok. Esto es lo mismo, investigar. Aquí nada más. Buenos.
I'll be back if I need you.
You will, yeah.
El único que nos falta es Cole. Está por acá arriba el muchacho.
Corypheus died, and then he didn't. That's why he always felt wrong, like he didn't fit inside himself. He wears another man's life. I thought dying was forever.
Lo mismo digo.
So did I. Corypheus seems to break a lot of rules.
But is it him? Is he real? If a man can be dead and then not, could I have saved the real Cole?
What happened to him wasn't your fault.
It gnawed at me, hooks in the hollows, pain of not knowing like the knot in his belly. But that is a hurt, and hurts can heal. I can heal. Forget.
Cole? Cole, are you...
You may still use that name, if you like. I am here to help you.
Muy bien. Cole parece que olvidó quién era. se autoimpuso la magia. A ver.
He meant to watch forever. He called himself Sorrow.
I'll talk to you later.
Yes.
Muy bien. Creo que ya hemos conversado con todos, muchachos. Pero aquí es donde lo vamos a dejar. Espero que les haya gustado. Y nos veremos una siguiente vez. Nos vemos.